about it. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like Commentator.
Y suscribe.
Without further ado, Kevin Garnett flaming Joel Embiid and the new era of pansies.
For games.
82 games, man. This is what the fucking job calls for. You're not practicing. You're not even playing a whole fucking, you don't play in the summer.
Right.
I can see if you playing in the summer, you're on the playground, you went to the Olympics, then it's training camp, y'all do 30 days of fucking tour days. Okay, that's when you get rest. Man, I don't want to hear this shit, man. I don't want to hear none of this shit. Motherfucker can sit out a back-to-backs. Bro, hey, listen, we done with that comparison of the era shit. We're going to respect this era and what it does, and that's it. I don't compare nobody and none of this shit because you can't. If you ain't play, man, listen.
I think that's gonna hurt Philly.
That's gonna hurt Philly from not even that, but bro,
from a seeding perspective,
it's rhythm. One night I got P, next night I ain't got it.
You might have to put themselves in the position to where they play Boston in the first round.
Bro, the league got to get this under control, bro. This is all over the place, real shit. And ain't nobody saying nothing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody holding nobody accountable, bro. So not only are they not gonna practice, they gonna sit out. I ain't got you in 15.
Hey, look
back to back.
What do you?
Come on. Hey, come on, y'all. There's no, for real. Big shout out Kevin Garnett. There's no pushback. No pushback you can give for what he's talking about right now. None. Nothing valid. You can say whatever you want. There's nothing that can refute what Kevin Garnett just said. Nothing. And he put a bow on it by saying, you niggas ain't being held accountable. I watched the class of 2021 today get cashed out. Jalen Green got a bag. Jalen Suggs got a bag. Scotty Barnes got a bag. Everybody, Trey Murphy got a bag. Corey Kispert got a bag. There was so many guys that got cashed out today. I love it. I love that they're making that type of money. Play the game of basketball. Play. Show up every night and be available to play. We're talking about 3 guys that got drafted 3 years ago, just signed 150, 200, OG. And these niggas don't play. Spot on. Big shout out to KG, man.
Hey, Fabian, if you get a chance, can you look for the God rest his soul, Jerry West, I don't know what platform or show he was on, where he brought up, I don't know if you talk about LeBron, where he was saying, you know, you lose about 25, you on the sideline laughing. And then he brought up also saying like how it's just pure entertainment now. There's nothing to the game. There's no competitive. There's nothing to the game. While you look for that, I want to give us props because we used to talk about this on IG Lives the past 2 years. And of course, our platform is nowhere near as big as KG. Big shout out Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce. I love what they're doing. They've gotten much better.
Much better.
But we've argued with
he knows how to say he knows how to say equivalent now, OG. He could say equivalent. Yes. He knows how to say it. But go ahead.
That was hilarious. But what he said, listen, you cannot, there's no response to that. He's 100%, he's 1,000% correct. You dudes are getting away with murder. You dudes are stealing. And you know what you're doing. You're purposely doing it. When Embiid was hurt one time, but then I think the next night he was on stage with Meek Mill, dancing and having a good time. Y'all know who I blame this on, right? Greg Popovich. He started low management. See, we don't want to go to the root. It's not because I have a hate for Greg Popovich, which I do hate his ass. Don't want to meet him, never want to meet him, don't care nothing about him. He started this, Flea. I don't care what nobody says. He started this, and it set a precedent, and it trickled, and it had a snowball effect. And then, on top of that, we got a soft-ass guy that runs the NBA. Adam Silver is soft. I'm not saying it don't supposed to be entertaining. If you're injured, I get it. Hey, if you're injured and you can't play, I get it. But I watched Kobe play injured, hurt. I watched Iverson play hurt. I watch a lot of the guys that love the game, that understand without media, without fan base, you are nothing. These guys are stealing. And enough is enough. You a guy like KG who gave it his all. I think Fabian, I don't know which one of y'all said it perfectly. Patrick Ewing used to be sitting on the bench, ice packs on his knees, sweating like he was in a steam room.
Drenched.
Are you kidding me? Come on, Garnett, the total competitor. Nah, man. Nah, these guys are stealing. And I love that he brought some attention to it because he's a Hall of Famer, one of the greatest. It has a big enough platform to where I'm hoping, you know, a lot of these guys see it, and I hope they feel some way, but in a good way, and it changed their mind on the love for the game. Once again,
Fabian.
I blame this on Greg Popovich, man. I'm sorry, I don't mean to, because like I said, I know it's going to seem like I'm trolling or I'm being biased because I don't really like that, but we got to go back to the root. And he started this, y'all. He started low management. I'm sorry, and that's why I've never liked.
Nah, I think I always thought you were just going overboard with Greg Popovich and Bill Belichick because you got to just respect what was done already. It's in the books. But that, we will all remember that vividly. That was like, what, 12 years ago with the Spurs, and he sat Manu Ginobili, Tim Duncan, and Tony Parker down on live TV during TNT, put him in street clothes. David Stern was still the commissioner, if I'm not mistaken. That's why he got fined $250 or whatever it was.
Right.
The reason why you get fined for that is because you could have benched them the game before. And then they got to play on live TV. We selling ads. Yes, business is involved. You know what I'm saying? But the way he did it was so blatant. And this is to your point, RP. The more money they make, the less they want to work. Is crazy. Rich, lazy millionaires. They've always been rich, lazy millionaires. All of us would be rich, lazy millionaires. And guess what? You need the Greg Popoviches of the world to never allow you to be sitting on national TV when all the money is supposed to be made. That's when you cash out, is during TNT. That was the most foul. I didn't even think about it like that till you said it, because you always say it and I overlook it. But now that I think about it, that was foul. That was a big slap in the face of the NBA. And I'm surprised he didn't get suspended off that, because that was crazy, because it set the tone for the rest of the era where now it's okay. Not that it's okay, but we're numb to it. Oh, he's sitting out. Oh, Kawhi sitting out again. Oh, okay. It's over for them. Oh, okay. Everything is okay now. But the fact that Popovich and the coach was the one that okayed that publicly for their stars, and I get it. Tim Duncan was older. Ginobili was older. We got it. But it was the way you did it. Like you were on the block with the chain on and just shooting guns out and everything. Like Popovich was bugging.
Bro,
I can't mind just slander anymore.
Toronto Raptors had, if I'm not mistaken, where they told Kawhi Leonard, you can low manage however long you want. You don't have to play back-to-backs. And everybody was fine with that. Remember, when that trade happened, that was big news.
The reason why that's important is because they came to Kawhi's rescue after Popovich is beefing with him. Yo, what you mean your doctor said that? So Kawhi said, I want to be traded. Go to Toronto. They're like, yo, you could do what you want to do. In the middle of his prime, Flea.
I hear what y'all saying about Greg Popovich, and I think it's totally valid. I don't give no pushback on the Popovich point. What I do want to remind people of is that the hoops that we grew up on is not the hoops that we watching today. The players that we grew up on are not the players that we're watching today. So fuck the coaches, fuck the ads, fuck everything else, right? Our greats, the people that we learned the game of basketball from while we're watching it growing up, they gave a damn about showing up every night, OG. 82 games was a badge of honor for the guys that we grew up watching, right? Different type of medicine, different type of surgeries, different type of travel, different type of nutrition, different type of wisdom and knowledge from coaches, and everything is elevated now. Everything is elevated now. Shit was way different back in the day, but guys wanted to play. You wanted to play every game. You wanted to show up. Now we can't get these guys to play back to backs. When you fly in luxury, you live in luxury, you make top dollar. You make top dollar. The best doctors in the world, the best nutrition in the world, the ability to have everything at the palm of your hands, whatever that may be. And you telling me, because what I wanted to ask Fabian was, if you were one of these younger players today, Fabian, if you were a newer player, how do you respond to Kevin Garnett? What is your response to Kevin Garnett?
Great question.
How could they possibly give any pushback to that? And if you can, what would they say?
The normal thing. I think when it comes to that, you got to remind yourself when you were young and ignorant, but there's nothing good that's going to come out of their mouth. All right, old head. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have something slick to say, but nothing real. It's not going to be real because it's going to be like to your point, Flea, at some point, they're going to make over $100 million a year. And Mark Cuban already said the owners don't make that much. They don't make $100 million a year. They're worth $1 billion, but they personally don't make $100 million. So if you making $100 million, there's going to have to be a way for them to curb that, because you as an owner are going to be like, there's no way possible you making $100 million and you can't play back-to-backs, bro. Then you can't get $100 million.
But Ray, like Fabian said, I mean, like AllBall said, what's going to happen is Softy Adam Silver is going to say, oh, you know what? Let's make it a 72-game season. Matter of fact, let's make it a 66-game season. That's going to be the remedy. That's going to be the remedy. The remedy is not
that.
Huh?
I can't see that. I think they're going to add more games. They're going to add more like look at with football. Once the money comes in, they want more. And that's the part I don't understand. If you want more, who's going to play?
Opportunity to watch guys sit.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. That's
Lord have mercy.
Like, that's fucked up, man. Go ahead, old boy.
Hey, fellas, Paul George let the cat out the bag. And he's like, yo, we don't even practice. So, like, remember, Garnett even, said that. Like, yo, y'all don't even practice. Like, let's call it what it is.
The way he said it. What do y'all do?
Right. No, right. Seriously. It's like, yo, I seen LeBron James come to a game with a glass of wine. Like the things we've seen so far, man.
So mad, OG.
Like
that made me so.
Yeah, like, Flea. Some of this stuff. Some of this stuff. There is no excuse, and a lot of the athletes, no matter what the sport is, they complain about guys like us. They complain about fans saying this or doing this. But you gotta remember, without people like us, without the fans, there is no sport. Like I said, if y'all want it like that, play in the bubble every year. Then. Don't have no fans. Don't have nothing. Don't have nobody talking about y'all. Don't have anything. And just play amongst yourselves and see how that works for you. So for me, these guys are very spoiled, and the precedent that's being set now, remember, guys like LeBron, Curry, KD, y'all are the elder statesmen. And the precedent y'all are setting is not good. I'm sorry. When you go back to guys like Kobe and the Mike, and like the precedent they set mentally, physically, bro, unless I'm dead, I'm out there. Y'all seen the Mike game with the flu. Y'all see, whether y'all want to believe he was sick or not, y'all seen Kobe popping pinkies back in and all type of stuff, shoulders back in. Achilles torn. Now I'm going to shoot my free throws. We seen come on, man. Come on. So I got to give a big shout out to Kevin Garnett because, somebody of that stature, that magnitude, speaking up for what's right. Because you got to remember, a lot of these guys, man, they sponsored and, they're signed and have big deals. So a lot of them can't really say what they really want to say. But I'm being honest. It seemed like KG went off the cliff with that. Sometimes it's just like, you know what? I'm just going to say what I want to say. I don't think that was scripted. Because it's like, once you see the news, it's like, what the fuck? Like, what? He ain't playing. So I love that. Come on, man. And Fleet, that was a great question. These young dudes, I don't know what they would say, but Fabian made a great point. They're gonna say some slick because all people think about is as long as you got a social media following and you got money, they think that's all that matters. They don't care that equates to being successful.
That equates to being nice.
Being great.
How does that equate to being great? This nigga Gilbert tried to tell us that Bronny is a influencer because he got 80 million. I don't give a fuck. Oh my! I don't care how many followers this dude. Can you play basketball? That's what I give a fuck about. I don't care about all that other stuff. Can you play basketball? You're equating greatness to who follows you? This is different. This is different.
And I think you killed that or ball earlier, a little earlier. You said just go back in the bubble for 5 years and see how that works out for you. We saw how much money they lost. And I did want to ask though, I think this is what happens with the money and the superstar calls and stuff like that, to be honest, too. Like, I think all of it is tied together. Like, Michael Jordan changed the game first. Like, should they get rid of superstar calls as well? Because to me, it's like, if you basically get extra fouls, how do we get it to a point where it's like, no, all you guys are on an even playing field. This is how we play basketball. I'm just trying to think of different ways to motivate these people to stay in line because they're not doing it. They're not doing it. The superstars, I get extra calls. I expect to get extra calls. I expect to get extra perks. I expect to sit down back to backs. Their sense of entitlement is already through the roof. They all come in there thinking they are Michael Jordan already. That's the crazy part.
But the superstars that we used to, like, Bean was playing with his left hand because he couldn't shoot with his right. Like, and he's out there practicing broken fingers. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just want to be available and out there to compete with your team, right? That's what I'm saying. It's moving away from, you know, just the love and hunger for the game. It's moving away from that.
With the gambling and all that. But look, think about it like this too. They all come back from the Olympics and the FIBA world all talking the same shit too. Yo, what AllBall always gets mad at Luka for saying it's way harder to score in Europe. The rules are different, whatever. They all say the same thing. So why aren't the rules changing? I bet you if the rules change, it's a wrap. Less of this is going to be because now if you're not sticking to your assignment on defense, we're gonna call you out. It's not going to be like with the zone defense, you can get help. No, if you don't guard your man, if you don't rotate correctly with the FIBA style rules, it's easier to call you out in the newspaper everywhere. And there's no hiding from it. I don't care if people are saying on social media, your man's going to tell you, yo, stay in front of your man, bro. So I think all of this shit is tied in together.
But I you know, y'all both made great points, but I think it starts with, you know, the person, the mentality. I don't care what rules is in. My thing is, you know, work on your craft, understand this is your job, and do the job every day to the best of your ability. These guys' mentality is now terrible. Championships don't matter. I've heard some of these guys, like when I seen topics go, would you rather have 7 rings or 300 million? Why would that even be a topic? Tomorrow, the NBA season starts. Hit that like button, everybody. Share, subscribe. But tomorrow, we are on 6 p.m. Eastern.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like Commentator.
Y suscribe.